So this is the content of my contract. I'm going to start working on the compile.js file. The reason I'm going to work on developing that file next is because both the deployment process and the testing process is going to expect that I have a compiled contract ready to go. So in order to do any testing or deployment, I first have to solve this compilation step. In order to do this, I have to make use of the Solidity compiler. I'm going to pass some contract source code to that compiler, and that's going to spit out the ABI, which is my JavaScript interpretation layer of what the contract is, and the contract bytecode, which is what I actually deploy to the network. To install the Solidity compiler, I'm going to install a small node module. So I'm going to head into my command line terminal here. Let me clear all this up just to clear it up, not confuse anyone. And I'm going to install Solidity compiler as an npm package. So I'm going to do npm install and -- save solc. solc is the actual Solidity compiler. So hit enter. And that's ready to go. And then I can head back into my code editor. And in here, inside my root project, I'm going to create the compile.js file. So new file, compile.js. And making use of the Solidity compiler is straightforward with one small hoop that I have to jump through. So rather than attempting to require in the Solidity file, we have to read the contents of the file off our hard drive. To do that, I have to make use of two separate built-in library modules. The first one is const path require path, and the second one is fs require fs. We do not have to install these modules via npm, by the way. The path module will help me build a directory path from the current compile.js file into the inbox.sol file here. So by using the path module, I'm guaranteed to get cross-platform compatibility. In other words, if I ran this compile script on Windows or a Unix-based system, the path module will ensure we always generate a valid path. So let's generate a path to the inbox.sol file. And so below here, I'm going to do const inbox path path.resolve dir name. And so dir name here, this is a constant that is defined by node, and it's always set to the current working directory. And that will take you to your root directory on your computer all the way to the inbox folder here. Then the two second arguments are going to be the contracts folder, this folder, and the inbox.sol file. So we do contracts folder as a string, and then inbox.sol as a string as well. All right. So this is going to generate a path that points directly to the inbox.sol file and jumping through the hoop of using the path.resolve function to do so. Now, we have to read the raw source code from our contract. And so to do that, I'll create a const source. Let's see, fs read file sync inbox. What is it? Yep, inbox path and UTF-8. All right, so now I can write the compile statement, but first I need to require the Solidity compiler at the top. And so here I do const sol C and require sol C. And let's see. And then here I do sol C dot compile compile, and then sol C dot compile, and then I do source. Oops, source. And that's it. For now, I'm gonna console log this. Put this in here. All right. So in the next video, I'm gonna run this and see what this file actually does for me.